Let's get to Jim Rogers, author of Adventure Capitalist and also international investor. He joins us here live right here at our Asia headquarters. Jim, great to see you again and welcome back. We've been talking about this whole issue of bank nationalization, AIG needing more money, HSBC as well. What are you thinking of when you're watching all this happening?
I think it's astonishing. They're ruining the U.S. economy, they're ruining the U.S. government, they're ruining the U.S. central bank, and they're ruining the U.S. dollar. I mean, you're watching something in front of our eyes, very historically, which is basically the destruction of New York as a financial center, and the destruction of America as the world's most powerful country.
Okay, now are they ruining the banks by taking this step-by-step, gradually as we go approach?
They're not ruining the banks. The banks love it. They're all getting their salaries. They're all, all keeping their jobs and everything else. Yeah. Are they ruining the banks down the road? Of course they are, because eventually they're going to have to bail them out even more. They're not going to have any money left. They should let them go bankrupt right now, get rid of them, the ones that are no good, and start over.
Okay, what about systemic risk, though?
Martin, there's going to be systemic risk anyway. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 months from now, you're still going to have the same problems. This is not solving the world's problems. Right. This is making the problems worse.
Okay, so take the P&L, let them go under? The ones that need to go under, let them file Chapter 11?
This is the only, this is the only thing that's ever worked. Many countries have done it. South Korea, Russia, Mexico, many countries have done it. During the Asian crisis, the Asians did it. Yeah. Doing it this way has never worked. The Japanese tried it in the 1990s. It did not work. They had a lost decade. They had zombie banks, zombie companies. This has never worked. Okay. And the idea that it would work now is ludicrous. The idea that you have too much debt and too much borrowing and too much consumption, and you're going to solve that problem with more debt, more consumption, and more borrowing. Okay. These people are nuts.
Jim, moral hazard is granted, but isn't AIG different from Lehman and Bear? They were allowed to fail. AIG cannot be allowed to fail because it is so pivotal to the Western banking system.
Why? Insurance companies have been going bankrupt for hundreds of years. Investment banks have been going bankrupt from the beginning of time. Banks have been going bankrupt. Suppose AIG goes bankrupt. It's better that AIG go bankrupt and we have a horrible 2 or 3 years than that the whole U.S. goes bankrupt. I mean, I happen to be an American citizen. How much more money are they going to pour into AIG? AIG has trillions of dollars of obligations. Let them fail. Let's let bankruptcy courts sort it out and start over. Otherwise, we'll never start over.
All right, but the reality is they are not letting them fail. They are keeping them alive. We could be looking at another loss taken like Japan with zombie banks walking around. That's only going to delay or create further problems down the line and delay whatever chances of recovery we have. So what does that mean for, let's say, demand and for commodities, your sort of area of expertise?
Well, first of all, the financial area, Wall Street, City of London, these places are going to be disasters for years to come. It's going to be like the 50s and 60s and 70s again. Okay. They were just wastelands. Nobody wanted to go to Wall Street in those years, and you're going to see for the next 10 or 20 or 30 years, finance is going to dry up and wither away. The City of London is just going to be gone.
Where's the money going to come from then?
Where's the money going to come from? It's going to come from the people who have saved. We're in for a long period of hard times, Martin. We've had many periods in world history when things have not been exuberant and not been booming. We're there again. The power is shifting now from the money shifters, the guys who trade paper and money, to people who produce real goods, whether it's agriculture or mining or whatever. Now, this has happened many times in history. What you should do is become a farmer, or you should go and start a farming network. That's what you do, because from in the future, the farmers are going to be one of the best